Welcome to our channel. Before we dive into today's video, we kindly ask you to show your support by liking, sharing, and subscribing to our content. Enchanting escapades, unveiling the finest romantic comedy treasures. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to embark on a journey filled with laughter, love, and unforgettable moments as we dive into the realm of romantic comedies. In this captivating video, we will explore a hand-picked selection of the finest romantic comedies ever crafted, each one bringing its unique blend of charm, wit, and heartwarming storytelling to the silver screen. These films have graced our screens and captured our hearts, offering a delightful escape into the world of romance and humor. So, sit back, relax, and allow yourself to be whisked away into a realm where happy endings and hilarious mishaps intertwine. From timeless classics to modern favorites, get ready to rediscover the magic of love and laughter as we delve into these remarkable romantic comedies that continue to stand the test of time. Number 1. The Philadelphia Story, 1940. The Philadelphia Story is a classic romantic comedy film released in 1940, directed by George Cukor and starring Katharine Hepburn, Cary Grant, and James Stewart. Set in the high society of Philadelphia, the story revolves around Tracy Lord, Katharine Hepburn, a wealthy socialite who is about to marry her new fiancé, George Kittredge, John Howard. Tracy's glamorous wedding preparations are interrupted when her ex-husband, C.K. Dexter Haven, Cary Grant, returns to her life. Dexter, still harboring feelings for Tracy, is determined to win her back. He enlists the help of a tabloid reporter, Macaulay Mike Connor, James Stewart, and his photographer, Liz Embry, Ruth Hussey, who are invited to cover the wedding. As Tracy spends time with Dexter and the journalists, she begins to question her own feelings and the choices she has made. She finds herself torn between the safe and predictable future with George and the possibility of rekindling her love with Dexter. Meanwhile, Mike, initially assigned to dig up scandalous material on Tracy, finds himself falling for her genuine and spirited nature. Amidst a series of humorous and chaotic events, including a drunken midnight swim and an impromptu family gathering, Tracy's true character is revealed, and she starts to reassess her values and relationships. Her journey of self-discovery leads her to confront her own flaws and the expectations of society. Ultimately, Tracy must make a decision about her future and the man she truly loves. As the wedding day approaches, she must choose between George, who represents stability and security, and Dexter, who represents passion and a shared history. In a climactic twist, Tracy realizes that Dexter has changed and genuinely loves her. She calls off the wedding with George and embraces her love for Dexter. The film ends with Tracy and Dexter reconciling and starting afresh, leaving behind the expectations of society and forging their own path together. The Philadelphia Story is celebrated for its witty dialogue, sparkling performances, and sophisticated portrayal of love, marriage, and class dynamics. It remains a beloved classic, showcasing the timeless charm and enduring appeal of the romantic comedy genre. Number 2. The Lady Eve, 1941. The Lady Eve is a delightful romantic comedy released in 1941, directed by Preston Sturges and starring Barbara Stanwyck and Henry Fonda. The film follows the misadventures of Jean Harrington, Barbara Stanwyck, a skilled con artist, and Charles Pike, Henry Fonda, a naive and wealthy heir to a brewery fortune. Jean and her father, Colonel Harrington, Charles Coburn, are part of a team of card sharps looking for their next mark aboard a luxury ocean liner. When Charles boards the ship, Jean immediately sets her sights on him as the perfect target. She devises a plan to seduce and manipulate him into falling in love with her, with the intention of eventually swindling him out of his fortune. Jean adopts the persona of Lady Eve Sidwich and begins her seduction of Charles. To her surprise, she finds herself genuinely falling for him. However, her plan takes an unexpected turn when Charles discovers her true identity as Jean Harrington. Feeling betrayed, he breaks off their relationship and leaves the ship. Determined to win him back, Jean reinvents herself once again, this time as a British aristocrat named Eve. She tracks Charles down and, pretending to be a different person, re-enters his life. Charles, unaware of her true identity, is captivated by Eve's charm and sophistication. As their romance blossoms, Jean struggles with her guilt over deceiving Charles. Meanwhile, Charles's family is suspicious of Eve's intentions and tries to protect him from potential heartbreak. The tension builds as Jean must navigate the complications of her dual identity and the tangled web of her feelings for Charles. In a hilarious and heartwarming climax, Jean's true identity is revealed during a chaotic dinner party. Charles, initially hurt and confused, realizes the depth of his love for Jean and forgives her. They reconcile, and the film ends with the implication that they will embark on a genuine and honest relationship. The Lady Eve is celebrated for its sharp writing, sparkling performances, and the irresistible chemistry between Barbara Stanwyck and Henry Fonda. The film showcases the complexities of love, deception, and forgiveness, while delivering a delightful blend of humor and romance that has made it a timeless classic in the romantic comedy genre. Number 3. The Shop Around the Corner, 1940. The Shop Around the Corner is a heartwarming romantic comedy film released in 1940, directed by Ernst Lubitsch and starring Margaret Sullivan and James Stewart. Set in Budapest, Hungary, the story revolves around two employees, Alfred Kralik, James Stewart, and Clara Novak, Margaret Sullivan, who work at a gift shop. Alfred and Clara have a complicated relationship at work, constantly bickering and disagreeing. Unbeknownst to each other, they are also secret pen pals who have been exchanging heartfelt letters, each falling in love with the person behind the words. They have chosen to keep their identities a secret, finding solace and connection through their correspondence. Outside of their letters, Alfred and Clara's lives become entangled in a series of romantic complications. Alfred's boss and store owner, Mr. Hugo Matuszek, Frank Morgan, suspects his wife is having an affair and becomes increasingly irritable, putting additional strain on the already tense work environment. Meanwhile, Clara develops a romantic interest in a charming customer named Mr. Vadas, Joseph Schildkraut, who showers her with attention and gifts. Clara becomes infatuated with Mr. Vadas, unaware that he is actually using her to gain favor with the store owner. As Christmas approaches, the employees and customers of the shop prepare for the holiday rush. In the midst of the chaos, Alfred and Clara continue their anonymous correspondence, pouring their hearts into their letters, unaware that their true connection lies right in front of them. Through a series of misunderstandings and revelations, the truth about Alfred and Clara's secret identities is finally exposed. They confront each other with a mixture of disappointment and relief, realizing that despite their initial animosity, they have developed genuine feelings for each other. In a heartwarming conclusion, Alfred and Clara embrace their true love and share a tender moment. The film ends with the promise of a fresh start for their relationship, as they finally recognize the connection they had been longing for all along. The Shop Around the Corner is celebrated for its witty and heartfelt dialogue, nuanced performances by James Stewart and Margaret Sullivan, and its timeless exploration of love, friendship, and the power of genuine connection. The film remains a beloved classic in the romantic comedy genre, reminding us of the joy and surprises that can be found in the most unexpected places. Number 4. His Girl Friday, 1940. His Girl Friday is a fast-paced screwball comedy film released in 1940, directed by Howard Hawks and starring Cary Grant and Rosalind Russell. The story revolves around Hildy Johnson, Rosalind Russell, a smart and determined newspaper reporter, and her ex-husband and editor, Walter Burns, Cary Grant. Hildy is about to leave her job as a reporter at the Morning Post to marry her fiancé, Bruce Baldwin, Ralph Bellamy, and settle into a more conventional lifestyle. However, Walter, still deeply in love with Hildy, sees an opportunity to win her back and keep her at the newspaper. When a major news story breaks, involving the impending execution of a convicted murderer named Earl Williams, Walter convinces Hildy to cover the story one last time. Hildy is torn between her desire for a peaceful life with Bruce and her passion for journalism, and she reluctantly agrees to help Walter. As Hildy delves into the story, she becomes increasingly entangled in a web of chaos and comedic mishaps. The newsroom is filled with eccentric characters, including reporters, editors, and a corrupt mayor, all adding to the frenetic energy of the film. Amidst the chaos, Walter employs various tactics to win Hildy back, including manipulation, flattery, and even sabotage of her relationship with Bruce. Hildy, despite her intentions to move on, finds herself drawn back into the excitement and thrill of the newsroom, reigniting her love for reporting. As the deadline looms and the situation with Earl Williams becomes more complicated, Hildy must navigate the chaos of the newsroom, her conflicted feelings for Walter, and the pressure to break the story. In a climactic and hilarious finale, the the truth about Earl Williams is revealed, leading to a madcap chase and a memorable resolution. Hildy ultimately realizes that her true passion lies in her career and her chemistry with Walter. She chooses to leave Bruce and stay with Walter, reigniting their partnership both personally and professionally. His Girl Friday is celebrated for its rapid-fire dialogue, impeccable comedic timing, and the dynamic performances of Cary Grant and Rosalind Russell. The film is a witty and entertaining exploration of love, ambition, and the world of journalism, leaving audiences captivated by its hilarious plot twists and unforgettable characters. Number 5. The Big Sick, 2017. The Big Sick is a heartfelt romantic comedy drama film released in 2017, directed by Michael Showalter and based on the real-life love story of Kumail Nanjiani and Emily V. Gordon. The film stars Kumail Nanjiani as himself and Zoe Kazan as Emily Gardner, with supporting performances by Holly Hunter and Ray Romano. The story follows Kumail, a Pakistani-American stand-up comedian living in Chicago, who meets Emily, a graduate student studying psychology, at one of his shows. Despite their initial differences and Kumail's reluctance to commit to a serious relationship due to his family's traditional expectations of arranged marriage, the two quickly fall in love. However, their relationship faces a major obstacle when Emily becomes critically ill and is placed in a medically induced coma. Kumail, deeply concerned for Emily's well-being, spends a great deal of time at the hospital alongside her parents, Beth, Holly Hunter, and Terry, Ray Romano, as they navigate the difficult situation together. Throughout the film, Kumail must not only confront his own feelings for Emily, but also navigate the cultural clash between his Pakistani heritage and his desire to pursue a life and career of his own choosing. He also deals with the strained relationship with his own family, who continue to pressure him into accepting an arranged marriage. As Emily's condition worsens, Kumail finds himself forming a bond with her parents, who initially hold some resentment towards him due to the breakup and the cultural divide. Together, they confront their fears and learn to put aside their differences for the sake of Emily's well-being. In a poignant and emotional climax, Emily recovers from her illness, and Kumail realizes the depth of his love for her. However, they face the difficult decision of whether to continue their relationship, knowing the challenges they may face in the future. The Big Sick is celebrated for its touching portrayal of love, cultural identity, and the complexities of family dynamics. It explores themes of acceptance, communication, and the power of love in overcoming adversity. With its blend of humor and heartfelt moments, the film resonates with audiences by delving into the universal themes of love, compassion, and the importance of staying true to oneself.